Here, and I wanted to let you know we'll be starting our live broadcast in just about 2 minutes, and the topic will be how to maintain a really good mindset, positive mindset when you are approaching women, how to create it, how to maintain it. So we'll get started in about 1 minute. And let's see. So just hang on a minute. Okay, we'll get going in 1 minute. All right, welcome to this mini seminar on how to create and maintain a positive frame of mind when you're approaching women. Let me talk about, first of all, why this is important. As we know, everything we do depends on the state that we are in. We've all experienced those states of flow. Maybe you've experienced this when you're doing a sport or you're doing some kind of work or other activity where time just seems to fly by. And so what's important to know is those states can be created. They don't have to be events or accidents. They can be created states, particularly in contexts where this is usually very, very, very important. Now, what I want to talk about in this webinar is how to create those states, how to maintain them in an area of life, well, in this particular area, picking up women, where it can be quite difficult. May I ask that you share this broadcast with your friends and let people know about them? Let people know about it. So, the first thing to do is to prepare your state. And the state I aim for is not super positive, bouncing off the walls, alpha male. The state that I like to aim for is a state of what I would call grounded, outward focused attention. So, the best way to reach this state is to do some meditative breathing. So all you need to do is sit in a simple upright position. Don't jack up your back. Just sit in that upright position and just begin to pay attention to your breath. For about 3 minutes, if outside sounds and noises come and distract you, then you can just ignore them, let them pass through. And you want to put your attention outward. So outwardly on sound, as thoughts arise, simply ignore them. So just about 5 to 10 minutes of that meditative state before you go out into the world. Second part of being in the right state of mind is assigning the right meaning to the activity that you're going to do. If the meaning that you assign to this activity is that you've got to go get women now, or if you don't get women, you're a loser, or you've got to get this number of approaches in, then you're turning it into a task. When we take the activity of connecting with people and we turn it into a task, then we're stepping in our own way. So you want to get the right belief about it, the right attitude, which is I'll either get what I want or I'll enjoy learning what I need to get what I want or better. So that's the first thing. The second thing is to take on a playful frame, to not think I've got to go get these women, but instead to think, okay, let's go play, see who's willing to play with us. So that's the second little piece of attitude you need to get. Can you please share this broadcast with people? Share it with your friends, share it on your page, and let people know that this is going on. So that's the first bit of preparing your mind. Now, as we know, as many of my students report to me, that once they get out into the field, that state of mind will often change. That state of mind, they feel good. I often hear this, Ross, I felt good when I was rehearsing, preparing my state, but as soon as I got out there, I froze. So let's talk about that. There's a couple things you can do when you find yourself freezing. One of the things that you can do is, let me just see here. Thank you, Ruby, my friend from Sweden, just invited 5 guys. Thank you. Ruby's a fabulously talented singer and musician and artist. So if you haven't checked out Ruby's work, you really should. So anyway, so if you still find yourself freezing when you're out there, here's what you do. What I want you to do is put your attention on your feet. So put about 20% of your attention on feeling your feet on the ground, and then defocus your eyes. And by that I mean not cross your eyes, but defocus your eyes. So you're looking out with your peripheral vision. What happens is that when you look out with your peripheral vision, it turns off the fight, flight, or freeze response. It's hardwired into our physiology. So when we get into that fearful state, that state where we're ready to fight, what happens is our vision narrows so we can pay attention to the threat or to the potential prey that's right out in front of us. So ground into your feet, defocus your vision, and then breathe from the belly. And then you'll find yourself relaxing into a calm state. And then what you do is put a smile on your face. That smile will release some endorphins. And then you say to yourself, feet, get moving. So that's another way to hold your state. Now, the third possibility when this occurs is, and let's just deal with it, the woman could be nasty to you. Very rarely does this happen. I say 99% of the time, the worst that could happen is nothing happens. She simply ignores you, or she's neutral. So in that case, if she's neutral, then you can make a comment on it. You could say, I noticed that I'm not getting much of a response here. Do you think I should get rid of this cologne that I'm wearing? You can turn it into a joke. So if she's neutral, you stay neutral yourself in your state and comment on it. Say, it seems like I'm not getting much of a response there. Do you think I should get rid of this cologne I'm wearing? That'll create a laugh, and laughter becomes a bridge from you to the other person. One thing I want to point out is that humor is both a lubricant and a glue. Humor takes the friction and the normal anxiety that can occur in social connections, and what it does is it provides that lubricant so we slide across it. But it's also glue. Humor tends to bond people together. When we share a laugh with another person, we feel closer to them. That's why you'll often see a group of people sitting at the table. They're all laughing simultaneously. But one of the studies that scientists did is that even though individually, if you took their comment, it wasn't particularly funny, it was funny in the context of being a group of people that you felt a bond or connection with. By the way, if you look at my comment, it's over there. I have a pinned comment there. That is a comment to sign up and get access to a full webinar that I'll be doing on how to master your day game, how to get mastery of your day game. There's no obligation, there's no fee, and this will be held this Friday at 2 times, 12 p.m. Pacific time, and then 7 p.m. Pacific time. So if you go there or there, you'll see that link where you can get into the webinar. So let's take some questions. I'll take some comments and questions on this. Please share it with your friends, by the way. Hit share. So does anyone have any questions or comments about what I just covered? I'm happy to see them. Once again, Ruby, Hasan, great to see you. Shoot me a little note privately and let me know how your career is going. So do we have any questions on this topic and on this topic only? And could you like this? Could you go ahead and give me some hearts, some thumbs up, please? Hang on just a second. because what I'm going to do is simultaneously, I'm going to watch what I'm doing here. So give me a minute. Okay, comments, questions? Okay, Ruby gave me a thumbs up. So again, if you look over there, Brendan. Brendan says it's worked for you. Brendan, can you tell me specifically which parts have worked for you? Brendan, which bits have worked for you? So Brendan says it's worked for him, but we don't have an idea of how it's worked for him. By the way, if you like this broadcast, share it on your page, please. Share it with your friends. It's worked for you in sarging, but I'm just wondering what specific tools or techniques worked for you. The watching your breathing, the grounding into your feet. Okay, well, that's been this brief little broadcast. And again, if you look over there or look down, you will see the link so you can join on my webinar that I'll be doing Friday, 12 noon Pacific and 7 p.m. again. It will be a live webinar on mastering day game, mastering picking up women during the day. Just wanted to let you all know about it. It's been great to see you. Ruby, Hadel, stay in contact with me. I'd love to hear how your career is doing. Brendan, thanks, and I will see you on that webinar. Please share that. Please share this, and again, the link is either there or down there to jump on my live webinar. We'll be going about 30 to 40, 45 minutes